The Vikings 21-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Whoa. And he will score. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. His first touchdown of the new campaign. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
And here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
The Lions offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 33-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On play action, Goff. Along the sideline, Williams pulls it in. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Goff to throw. That one taken in. Touchdown, Lions.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, that offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and In this case, it results in a touchdown.
This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. Not much there, maybe a yard. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. 14-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the 2nd-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Lions have got it. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. And a deep hole gets even deeper. This has been one-sided right from the start, and this 1st half nightmare continues.
In a league, Mike, where we see so many close games and there's such parity, every now and then it just seems one team is just clearly dominant, clearly in control of the game, and so far in this 1st half, that's what's unfolding in front of us. We'll see if they can get back into it in the 2nd half, but up until this point, this team is in complete control.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On play action, here's McCarthy. He connects with Jordan Addison. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Minnesota.
First down, Vikings.
Slot man in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Taking off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Good for the Lions.
They'll send a tight end in motion right.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Goff. This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Amik Robertson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
On 1st down, it's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Throwing here is Goff. This one caught at the 4. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. On first down, here's McCarthy. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Handoff here, up the middle. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Couple of runs stopped behind the line. And now it's 3rd and 17. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Lions offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll go right and find his running back. 2nd and a yard. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their 1st. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To the air once more is McCarthy. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's a designed run. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports halftime report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where you see the final score there. 9-3 was the final. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Travis Etienne, a touchdown run in the victory. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. The third quarter begins with a run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down. Play action now. It's McCarthy. He's going to let one fly for Addison.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Goff. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball. But no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
A second down throw for Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to...
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read 1, read 2, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive lineman a little bit.
Here's the Lions punt team now. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He's going to keep it himself. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play. 2nd and 7. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
3rd and short, you think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. This defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide, nowhere to cut, take him down for a loss.
Returnable from the 17. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Lions offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a short pickup past the 25. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Goff to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
They'll go play action with Goff. That one intercepted. Picked off by Mekhi Blackman. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Not much happening there, just a short game.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Up the middle they go. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Now McCarthy. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And the Vikings are likely going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Here's a run. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Into the hands of his tight end, Barner. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff running right. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1.
On play action, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. The Lions will punt this ball away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. They'll put Addison in motion. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw, it's McCarthy. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Carlton Davis.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster. And I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. And it would appear they are on their way to a 2-0 start as they begin things here with 1st and 10 in this 4th quarter. Now a give on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now, Goff. He'll complete it to Barner. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Tight end going in motion here. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Detroit. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being...
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. At issue, did the ball cross the goal line? A reminder, it just needs to be the tip of the football just breaking the front of the plane where that white goal line begins. And it needs to be indisputable, which can sometimes be difficult with all those bodies in there. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule, in fact, he did not get... And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Lions. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now this team's offense headed back to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's McCarthy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And this is going to work out. They get the 1st down. It was 4th and 4, a little risk, but it pays off. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. McCarthy going to look to throw again. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Carlton Davis.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Here's 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
2nd and 11. Now a give up the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
So it's a win here for the Lions. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.